Welcome back, everybody, to more Dan Has Fun playing EU4 with me, Daniel. If you've been enjoying this, by the way, let me know in the comments if you want to see more EU4 after we finish playing as Italy. Not sure if we'll do a different game afterwards. It's going to be a while yet, but it gives you some time to think about it. Other thing that happened last episode, other than just beating up Spain and getting some land off them, I forgot that I wanted to get silly. Not that it mattered, we had 100% war score in land anyway. It just means that we'll have to get them next time. And I'm sure there will be a next time because they hate us, so I'm sure they'll join a coalition again. This episode, we're going to do a little bit of recuperation. We have to make sure our navy and army are back up to snuff. We also have to make sure that we don't have any rebellion issues. We've got all of the Italian mainland, which is absolutely fantastic. We can't complain with that whatsoever. So let's get our troops to come back and we can assess where we're at. We do have a rebel uprising potentially going to happen. Yeah, you can take somebody down here in Albania, but we already have a stack there. We also get to play the What Will Happen with the Ottomans game, because we still have a 4-way siege tie. Denmark will now be ruled by the regent of Volgast, and I'm sure that's going to cause a war. Yes, it did. So there's a war over succession. Danish succession war. Who's involved in it? It's not that big. There's Brandenburg and Cologne versus Volgast, Denmark, Aachen, and Saxe-Lauenburg. The reason why I really care is because I know we did speak about Defender of the Faith, but we just couldn't take it because Denmark is Protestant. So Sweden. And we have feelings that Russia might be questioning their sovereignty in the near future. I don't want to get stuck into that. Having said that, Russia's down here at the moment, just eating attrition in our land as it happens. Crete is the last place where the Ottomans could theoretically be making troops, and they aren't. So I think it's going to be nope for them. Oh, we have noble rebels. Only 4,000 of them, who cares? I can't get across to help, though, is the problem. I'm sure Toulouse eventually, once they don't hate me, will let me get through, but they do hate us pretty aggressively right now. And maybe we'll even try and improve relations with them, see if they'll just be nice enough to let us get through. Actually, our mercenary stack can probably go over there now. Apparently all of our war allies are looking for money. It's fine. There is a 28k stack. Let's make sure they have a leader. Am I at my leader cap? Nope. So let's just get a new one. Pretty good one too. This 9k stack is going to get built around it. What's our force limit look like? Oh yeah, we have plenty of space. Do that for now. Big naval component of 147 ships. Any of them need upgrading? Nope. Before I go back doing a little bit of army drilling, just to try and get our professionalism up. Our army professionalism isn't bad. It's at, what, 69%. Nice. 80% is really the really helpful threshold. Just reduces morale damage taken by the folks at the back. The professional army is nice, but not that important. Malwa tells us about Neo-Sufism. Not our problem. I guess we should also add a few extra troops to this stack. We don't need very many, but just enough to keep Sardinia composed. There is a significant chance of unrest. You would think, because they're in the same area that we're in, that we wouldn't have all of that unrest, but you would be wrong. Very, very wrong. The point where we'll probably this stack, I think. We won't have this one drill. We'll have this one come down here, just to make sure we don't have any rebellion issues down in our newly acquired southern Italian location. Could invest in military tech level 21, but we're clearly not going to with an 80% penalty. Does give us the opportunity, though, we can put some development in. Again, I like to deal with any inconsistent numbers first. Let's get that to 25. And that one to 15. There we go. Not going to burn the other 2 points yet. We also don't have any ideas to invest in right now. We have to get to Tech 22 for that. So we're a little bit away. Oh, finally, some peace has been accomplished. So Russia's the first nation of the 4 that declared on the Ottomans to give in and just take a peace. So they're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces. And they have to give some cause to Circassia and Georgia as well. That is a very nice peace treaty from Russia. They only took a little bit of land here, but they spent a lot of it giving provinces back to other Orthodox nations. I'm fine with that. That's not a bad outcome. What that means is that all the territory that they sieged has become available again. Now it's going to be the rush from the other nations to try and siege it out as quickly as possible before the Ottomans can get any troops. Although I don't know if the Ottomans have any money or not. That's a different issue. I don't know if they're completely bankrupt or what, or on the verge of. I haven't seen a bankruptcy notification. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're far off. We're also probably not going to be that far up being able to declare war on them again. 9 years. Okay, further away than I'd hoped. We should be able to declare on Austria soon. Yeah, January. Now, we might not want to straight away. If we declare on Austria, in terms of who comes in, so Brittany is the Holy Roman Emperor, and would bring in France, the Palatinate Liège, and the Netherlands, which is unfortunate. Lithuania is busy right now dealing with the Ottomans. Aachen wouldn't join in because they're getting wrecked in the succession war. Eh, it's not that bad. No, we can't go on them yet. We may stop drilling indeed, though. Just in case we end up deciding to do it, I'm not going to commit to it yet, but you never know. At least we don't have to worry about the naval battle against Austria, because it doesn't have a coastline anymore. We made sure of that. I would quite like, if any... Oh, we can probably stop spying on the Ottomans at this point. What's our claim situation look like against them? We do have some claims, but not a huge number. It would cost us 45 for one claim. It's probably not worth doing. I could slander merchants just to be an absolute stinker, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do instead is fund some rebels in their country. Now, I don't want them in Greece because I want to take Greece. Same logic for Bulgaria. Wallachian separatists could be interesting because they would be here. Yeah, let's do that. And we don't need to spy on the Ottomans anymore. That's not required. I thought we were trying to befriend the Ottomans for a second, but that's Toulouse's flag. Toulouse. We would probably be far better off spying on either Austria or Spain. So for now, just because, well, we can't declare on Spain, we'll do it to Austria. Now, what would have been really nice is if we hadn't have lost our ability to stay allied to Bohemia, because they would be fantastic in a war against Austria. Alas, we're just not that fortunate. It would also be really, really nice if Brittany was no longer allied to the Netherlands, but I don't see that happening. Yeah, they won't do it. I'm assuming they won't do it the other way around either. No, they will not. Kind of figured, but it was worth checking. Is there any ally of yours that I could tempt you to... Well, they hate us, there's no way, but I wonder if we can get Lithuania... Could we get Lithuania to break their alliance with Austria? Nope. No, we definitely can't. Okay. So we're not making any traction there, so we'll just spy on them instead. I guess we could spy on them both at the same time, but I'd rather keep an open diplomat. Excuse me. There are the rebels in Well, that's an annoying location. That's not... Okay, they weren't the Albanian rebels. So I was like, oh, that's not Albania. That's Greece. The Greek rebels have fired. It's fine. We'll take them out. We'll give them the old boop. Yeah, the territory that was freed up is being sieged. Oh, election time! So the term is up for our leader, who is 67 years of age, so we're probably going to want to replace him. Shame, because he's got the strict trait, which is debatably the best one that anybody can have, and righteous is very, very good too. It's helped us get our Republican tradition really back quite high again. So we can keep him if we want to. We're not going to, but we could. The beloved relative is not that good. I mean, he's 7 pips, so it would be 1 more than just picking a generic one. But for the cost of the Republican tradition, probably not worth doing. If we look at our estates... Yeah, we own a very, very large percentage of the land, so I'm not going to worry about this right now. We're just going to get a new candidate. Now, what type of candidate do we want? I don't think it's going to hugely matter. I'm just going to take, for now, a militaristic one. Let's... Oh, he's already 56, so we're probably not going to keep him anyway afterwards. That's very disappointing when that happens. Oh, we have a national decision available. We can enlist privateers. Because our military... We have at least a military skill of 3. So if we do this, until the end of the game, we get better embargo efficiency, better privateer efficiency, but worse relations. I'm just not going to do that. I'm playing a semi-political game, believe it or not. Might not look that way, but that is the way we are trying to play this. So, we can't claim Uskop as a claim anymore. That's fine, it's just a random province down here. We're still going to have plenty of claims on the Ottomans. So, if we want to declare on Austria now, they have 93,000 troops and basically no manpower. And I suspect most of their troops are down here. If we were, Lithuania would now join in. Not that big a deal. We could bring in Britain. This would break Britain's alliance to the Netherlands. Is that something that I want? Probably. Although, the Netherlands have more troops than the British do. How has this happened? They have more ships too. Wow, Britain in this game's kind of stinky. Nothing compared to what happened to France, but considering they've claimed the entirety of their island, why are they so weak? Their colony wants to... So at least the 13 colonies, anyway, they want to burst away. So does Newfoundland. Which Louisiana's tiny. Yeah, they would actually be willing to break away, and it's because Britain's army's not big enough. I wonder how many troops the Dutch have down here. Because they are still at war with Morocco. Presumably they want more land from this coastline. Huh. I don't know how many troops the Dutch would have down south. They only have 74,000 troops in general. I have a 28,000 stack there. We're going to do the same tactic as before then. So we're going to go and sit our troops, our ships, our naval troops, in the Mediterranean Gap. We don't want any ships coming that way. But I think we will declare war on Austria immediately. That way, no coalition fires against us. We'll bring Britain in more just to distract the Netherlands. Our vassal does have claims on Bologna and Namur, which is... What, that one? Yeah, that province up further north. Might be a bit of a stretch to give them that one back. Because, yeah, Nevers is not joining in on this. I assume. No, they're not. Hang on. That brings Spain in again. If it does, we probably don't... Oh. Would we want to do that? So, Spain at the moment is obviously very, very weak. Because we kind of, you know, beat them up pretty substantially. Do we want to go in on them again? This could be quite risky. How close? Yeah, they're nowhere near. Poland's horribly in debt and it would destabilize them. Portugal won't join in because it's too far away. Which, I mean, makes sense. And they're in a war of their own. Who are they at war with, Carib? Nope. They're attacking Holland. Oh, they want the Holland colony, I guess. Well, it's not a colony, they moved over there. Well, in colonial land. And yeah, Spain's main colony doesn't want to break away. What about their Australian colony? Nope, they do not. It's an interesting idea. Because I totally could run down with a stack and siege out Spain all over again. But it would be quite risky. Especially with all the... No, we can't do it. No, it crossed my mind. We cannot do it yet. If Brittany wasn't allied to the Dutch, this would be fine. But they are. So we can't really do it. We also can't interfere against that war. Okay. Well, watch. I'm still going to move these troops into the corridor just so we can block the path, just in case something happens. But we're going to have to rest on our thumbs just for now. I want to declare war, but it's not the right thing to do. We'll take the lack of reform progress. I don't want to lose them with stability. Toulouse likes us now. They wouldn't vassal to us, they're just too big, and we own some of their cores. This is the other way we could do it. So we could attack Toulouse if we wanted to. That would bring Spain back in. Now, it would make Spain an ally, not a co-belligerent. And if we were to attack Toulouse and make Spain a co-belligerent, we would break the treaty. So we can't do that. But then it's just a few wimpy nations again, and Provence, which we've already seen, is pretty easy to deal with. They only have 11,000 troops, they're still reeling. I have claims over all of this. How bad is our aggressive expansion? Well, Spain's permanently going to be against us, as is Austria. France... Well, they pretty much will be forever, I'm sure. When can we get an alliance with Bohemia again? 1661. Well, I'm tempted to just take Toulouse on, because they didn't join the coalition. And we could just take... We could take a couple of provinces. Now, these are really expensive provinces, don't get me wrong. There's a couple of 25s and a 32 in there. We only need to take one province, theoretically, and we can get a direct border with our vassal, which is pretty convenient logistically speaking. They only have 9,000 troops. I think that's what we're going to do. Do we want to bring Britain in again? We might as well. If only just to have their colonies fight it out over there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to end up at war with Spain again. It just never ends. Okay, do any of these have forts on them? Get rid of that. Buildings. Workshop. I don't see one, so I guess we'll just make their capital the war goal. Okay, so we're at war with Spain again. It didn't take very long, did it? Which means we get to come over here again. We start sieging that out. One random ship, you're probably going to get munched again, but you're just going to have to deal. Toulouse is going to have a few ships hanging about, but doesn't really have any significant navy, so we're just going to take our transports. As wimpy as they are, they should be more than adequate just in their sheer scale to deal with that problem. Oh. I don't know why I thought this was their capital. It's fine. It's fine. You would think that the province with their name on it would be obviously their capital, but apparently my brain doesn't work so well. So I picked the highest development province. Anyway, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm going to split this stack in half because I don't want to get attrition as aggressively. Might as well get another military leader so we can get to our cap. Pretty good leader too. So in terms of who needs to do what, so Nevers is in there. So I guess we'll have half of this stack go up and, well, we can't do it yet, but I'm sure we're going to get open borders with Austria because somebody else will. I guess we'll just move it in the rough area for now. That is Toulouse's stack. That's a non-entity. One-on-one ship-on-ship battle between trade fleets. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, that's one ship, who cares? Holland is going to have to give Portugal some money, and they had to cede all of that territory as well. So, rip Holland. It was nice knowing you. Can we cross over into Nevers yet? No, we still don't have open borders with Austria. Nobody else has got it yet. And they're sure not going to give it to me, let's be honest. I don't even need to siege this. I'm sure that the AI will do it for me. So I guess we'll start sieging Navarra and just pay close attention. Probably put a stack there just so we can watch, because Spain does still have... doesn't have a terrifying number of troops, but it still has troops. So we still want to pay attention. Can we cross over? There we go. You knew it was going to happen eventually. Provence is trying to siege out Calais. Why would the Brits leave that as a level 2 fort? It's the only land they have on the main territory, and they still haven't improved the fort. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. What also doesn't make a lot of sense to me is this stack coming over here, when I can just come and bop it. Well, I was going to leave a stack in front of Austria in case they took the opportunity to declare on me, but it seems that they're still intent on sieging the Ottomans forever. I guess we don't have to worry about it. The Spanish also still seem to have the same rebels that they had when the last war ended, too. Some things just don't change, I guess. Russian fleet is all the way over here. What on earth? Oh, they must be relocating. I guess it makes sense. That Mediterranean coastline is probably going to be more contentious than anything up in the Baltic. I guess we should also move across again to the Straits of Gibraltar so they can't cross over. There we go. Corfu is being converted. Nice thing about this as well, the Netherlands aren't involved. I don't even have to worry about the Dutch. That is an expensive conversion. We might just go with the quickest again for now. All those Catholic provinces are being called, so we can't do those at the moment. Kudos to Constans for just being determined. They got stack wiped and now have another 1,000 troops and are just determined to siege me out as best they can. That's done, so let's go and mop up all of these stragglers. Oh, we got victory on our debate, so we're going to have less decay of our army tradition. None of our options in there were all that important or helpful, so Better than that, than a kick in the downstairs trouser regions, that is for sure. We do have 2 available diplomats again, so we might as well do something with them. We're just going to butter up to Bohemia again. We can't ally them yet, but we will soon. Let's go around smacking 1k stacks of troops. Just doing a bit of cleanup. We can't break this stack down to do the more efficient sieging, just because of the fact that they aren't technically our troops. We're hiring them, the mercenaries. It is also worth just one of these provinces at a time, ensuring we can take these Toulouse ships out so we don't have to think about them. Liège and Tunis no longer have a peace treaty with us. Not that Tunis can do anything right now. They have issues all of their own, I think it's fair to say. And now my my transports are going to deal with this fight. Not a recommended course of action unless you massively outnumber the opponent. Oh, Lithuania pieced out the Ottomans, so they had to give up 1, 2... Oh, that's it. 3 provinces. That's it. What was that? What was the point? Why didn't they take this? All that. Wow, Lithuania spent so many resources to accomplish so little. What a waste of time, AI. That's 11 ships, but they have poor morale, so I'm hoping I don't really lose any transports. Nope, I did not. Okay. That fleet's going to run away. We're going to go heal our ships. There's Spain trying to build... They're trying to build more ships, more transports specifically. But that's not working for them because there's nowhere for them to go, because we have them protected. I'm going to take that super quickly, and... I don't really like doing this, but I'm going to split my navy temporarily in half. This should still be enough ships to protect it for now. But I want to try and bat those 11 ships out while they have low morale. And surely the siege will go. Yep, Navarra's done. Why is that the path? That doesn't look weird and stupid at all. We've got to go backwards horribly to go forwards, I guess. I don't know who gets the penalty if I attack rebels that way on the mountain. Not sure. Anyway, we got 2 trading vessels, which I guess is something. We're going to have those. Once the war's over, they're going to protect the Sevilla trade node, because we want to try and leech more money into the Mediterranean. The other ships can now come back. The UK has determined that this is the part of the world that they want to help me in the war. I mean, okay. I mean, it's fine. It looks like they also want to siege out random provinces here, which, I mean, they can go for it. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to sit in place over here. Unlike, say, Portugal or Morocco, Spain doesn't have a huge amount of territory down here. They have that random province and the Canary Islands. Or, you know, Tenerife and the like. Yeah, doesn't really matter to me. That sounds like more work than it's worth, so we're just not going to touch it. We also don't have to have these 2 stacks together right now. We'll just have them sat next to each other. Yeah, we don't want to combine those, because they're not the same. Oh, we just had a general die. Where is he? I don't... Oh, he's down here. Nice. Not a bad leader at all. No, we need some immortal leaders or something. We're going to have to find out at some point who becomes the attacker in this scenario. But I don't need to do it yet. I might as well keep those rebels there annoying Spain as long as possible. They do have 63,000 troops now. I just don't see most of them. I have no idea where they are. I also know we're going to have rebels down here probably fire soon, so we've got to keep that stack there. Are we expecting... What kind of numbers are we expecting if we have a rebellion in Sardinia? 15,000 troops. Huh. I'm going to have to bulk this up. I don't really have the force limit to do so, so that will have to happen later. There's a Spanish stack. 17,000. They haven't moved anywhere yet. You just want to watch them intently. Oh, and there we go. Austria has pieced out the Mamluks, the Ottomans. And our rebels have just fired too. We're not going to be doing anything to help them. Oh, that's extra funny because I did it against the Ottomans. I supported rebels, but the rebels now belong in Austrian territory because Austria took that land. So Ottomans lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 provinces to Austria. What's their aggressive expansion look like? How on earth did they take 13 provinces and nobody has any aggressive expansion against them? That's pretty wild all of its own. On the flip side, though, if we do end up attacking Austria sometime soon, which I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but if we do, then this area should be pretty revolt happy. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Oh, now Nevers is trying to take a turn at sieging that they can't do. Look at them. They're just sat there. They can't siege. They don't have enough troops. That's why you can see those, like, I don't even know what that symbol is meant to be. It's an exclamation mark next to something. But that symbol tells you can't siege. I have no idea what it is. Absolutely no clue. Nivernais has been sieged out. We're going to go deal with this because I don't want have to re-unsiege Calais. That's easy for you to say. Now, in terms of who we can peace out when, so obviously we can't peace out Spain's colonies independently. But beyond that, we can peace anybody else out at any time we want to. It's not a coalition war, and we don't have a coalition. So nobody is reliant on anybody else being in to stay other than the colonies for Spain. Which, as worrisome as we thought they might have been, really haven't done anything. Army of Akuta just kicked the bucket. I'm just going to take a land force limit guy so I can improve this without having to pay more money. Because now we have plenty of space to do it. There we go, that'll be more than enough troops to deal with any rebels that come up. Speaking of, they're getting roasted. Especially when you're next to a gold province. We're not letting you touch that. No siree. Still, they're all failing to siege, which is just fun. They ran away. So we're going to go siege out the other part of Provence, because apparently my vassal and the UK have the other bit. And the Ottomans have peaced out with a jam, so they had to give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 provinces to a jam, and they lost the 10th one to Najd. Wow, they've taken an absolute toweling to the point where even the Mamluks might look at them and think they might be able to take them on. They wouldn't, they would still lose, but they might think that they can take them on. So a jam being big is fine. Not a consequence. The Timurids are still massive, yet really don't have very many troops, considering. India in this game is also really interesting. Normally, one nation, or at least a couple, tend to take over everything. And from experience, Bahmanis tends to be the biggest one. But in this game, they've really kept pretty even. I think it's mainly because these three are very, very even. It's kept everything else a status quo. Jaunpur and Vijayanagar don't seem to be quite as strong as the others. but there's a pretty good balance there. Also, Shun is enormous. It's turning into the new Ming. And it has half of Korea. Korea is... This is very pretty, but Korea has got very thoroughly wrecked. At the end of the game, we'll be able to see a time-lapse of everything that went on. I'm very curious what happened over there. Anyway, let's zoom back into the world that we're battling in. Timurids are now apparently a great power after I just mocked their army size. Shows what I know. 29,000 stack. Constanza sieged out. What's next? Probably Ulm. Go siege out Ulm. I'm just watching, because that stack is now big enough to cause me problems. Over, and why did you convert to Catholic? Oh. You have rebels sat on you as well. That's fun, isn't it? They are stuck. Yeah, very curious why they split their stack in half, though. Are they not going to try and take on their rebels? Oh, I'm guessing the rebels got curb stomped by Austria. Sure did. Oh, there's Ulm's stack. So, wrong place. Oh dear, Morocco's lost a lot of territory to the Netherlands. And Morocco just had to release like a half a dozen different countries down here. This border gore is horrendous. This is so ugly. Oh dear, dear. Yeah, that is really, really bad. The AI doesn't play to aesthetics, but jeez. There's the Neapolitan separatists. Where are they going? They're already moving. Oh, they don't have enough troops to siege this out, so they're moving to a province that they can take. And we've finally taken out Burgos. So now, where are you going, Leon? Ooh, it's a mountain. We'll move in that area and see where they go. Oh, they're taking on rebels. Then I guess this is as good an opportunity as I'm going to get. Why? Why? 12,000 against 35,000 rebels. Why would you do that? We can also pull Portugal in now. Now, we're clearly not going to do that, because we don't need to, but it's funny that they would now join. I guess while we're thinking about them, let's give them a trade for trust. We have so many favors with them, then might as well. Bohemia is now at max happiness that we can do. We don't want to deal with Somali pirates right now. That's not a priority. I guess while we're here, we'll siege out Burgos. This is the less damage stack. You go siege Madrid for less attrition. Toulouse is slowly accumulating troops again. After we siege out Pyrenees, we will go back and give them the old slap down. Oh, we can spend our splendor too. What do we want? When does our gold near end? 5 years time. That's very sad. Can only do one a game, so after it's gone, what are you gonna do? Monthly devastation edict, don't care. Flexible rivalries, meh. Protecting forts, meh. Efficient autonomy, also meh. No, we're just gonna go for admin efficiency. All of these until the last two are really kind of disappointing in this age. Because again, we don't get to pick a special one because it's not an option for us. We don't get to be special. We do get to smack that stack of Spanish troops, though. Bye. I guess we could also peace out Nevers at this point. I mean, they're not doing anything. We don't have a claim or a core on them. They're the right religion for us anyway, so we're just going to... We're not going to vassal them. Tempting as it is, we're just going to take money off them. I don't really want to break their alliance chain either, because then just France or Austria will eat them. So we're just going to leave them alone. We're just going to take their money. We're just going to, you know, take their lunch money, and that'll be about it. That's all we need. Gonna move that stack away. I guess we should wander down there. We're not going to get attrition particularly, so we might as well wander down to that one province on the mainland. We can piece out Constans as well. No, we're not declaring. Well, we might be later, but I'm not trying to do that in the options right now. I'm not trying to declare on Austria yet. Just going to do the same thing to Constans. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. Nope, that's fine. Siege of Ulm is complete. I suspect we will be also doing the same for them. This stack, though, we're going to take to Saxony. We're not going to piece out Ulm yet because it will black flag my stack. Which I don't want. Not yet, anyway. Soon, but not yet. I wonder if revanchilism stacks, or revanchism. Basically bounce back ability of different nations to help them to just not get dogpiled. But I don't know how that mechanic works in that context. I assume it just adds to it, but I don't know. The Ottomans have 93% revanchism. They got ripped a new one, so that's why theirs is so high. And they're really not going to be a major power by this point. They still are a great power in the game, but by this point they are really in a bad place. Austria can beat them up at this stage, let alone, you know, ourselves or Russia. Saxony's getting beaten up by Thuringia, which is extra funny because Saxony starts the game as their overlord. Oh, our admiral died. Well, that's no good, is it? Oh, it's our trade fleet. Well, I guess we should still probably get one. That's our transports. Get a new one. He's kind of rubbish, but oh well. Better to have one that's rubbish than to not have one at all. I don't know if it's physically possible to create a general or an admiral that has no pips. I assume they have to have at least one. We're near our maximum admin points power. I guess we might as well use a little bit of development on it. We're not that far away from getting new tech, so we don't have to go burn crazy quantities of it, but we should probably use a little bit. Again, do we have any weird numbers? We do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can't go to 4, so we'll use a couple of Diplo. Well, there we go. That balances them out nicely. We're going to need some admin points to core things, I'm sure, so I don't want to go too crazy. Probably don't have to bother sieging out all of Saxony either. I'm sure they will peace out now that their capital is gone and they've just been ripped asunder. This stack can probably come back now. If they could. We don't have... Oh, we don't have open borders with Austria anymore. Okay, well, I guess we'll just get black flagged and come back then. Not a big deal. So we're just going to war reparations, some cash money, and we don't care about any of this. Get black flagged. Thank you. Now I can come back. Oh, and Britain's going to go stomp on the stack there for me, which is nice. Don't have to deal with Toulouse at all. Spain would probably peace out at this point. Well, I'm sure they would. Yeah, they have low war enthusiasm. They are losing a ton of money every turn. Or every month, I guess I should say. What do I want from them? Because if I try and claim land off them, it's going to cost double. So if I just put one province as an example. Already 11 war score. Having said that... What else would I even want? If I get some war reparations off them, we could release some nations and just break them apart, but then I'm going to probably want a lot of this land anyway. I'm going to break their alliance with Brittany. That is definitely something I'm going to do. What state is this in? The Catalonian state. It's worth... It is worth quite a lot of development. Now... Yeah, I couldn't take it. I could take one province off them if I wanted to. I almost don't think that's worth it right now. I'm just going to take money off them. Okay, so we get nearly 2 grand. And they have to break their alliance. There we go. That works for me. It works for me for right now, purely and simply because it'll give us a relatively short... This should be get black flag too. Yeah, that works for me because it'll give us a quite short truce. Yep, 1665. It's only a 10-year truce. Which, I mean, is short, relatively speaking. It's still not that short. But relatively speaking, it is. And that means we can have an opportunity to beat them up some more later. Everybody else, though, is going to have to head back so that we can get unblack flagged. Except for these guys in Provence. Who, honestly, will probably peace out at this point anyway. Again, we want war reparations. Money. I don't really think we need anything else off them. Again, they don't have any particularly interesting relationships that I need to break up. And I don't care about giving cause to Picardy or France. So yeah, we'll just leave that alone. They should also get black flag. Are you going to get black flagged? Why aren't you black flagged? Oh, you biscuit. At least we can go to our ally and I can pick them up. But at least there's that. Yeah, the black flag rules in this game I don't understand. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. I have no idea what the difference there was. I was still in enemy territory. They tell us of uniform regulations, so the price of cloth, wool and dyes all go up. Not by a huge amount, but they do go up. You can go there, you can go there, and you're going to stay in our vassal's territory just in case we have rebels. We just got a whole boatload of cores, which is right on time. Very convenient. Non-enforcement of ordinances. The Tunisia area can have some autonomy. Not a big deal. Oh, now I can't even get there. What? Can you just go? It's annoying enough that I have to wander over here. And our ships took a little bit of attrition too. Why aren't you... Get in the province. Just sitting there like a lemon. There we go. Okay, so these guys can now come back anyway. I'm just going to move them over here. There's no need to go all the way around Spain again. Just completely a waste of time and attrition. Toulouse, okay, so it's just Toulouse and Ulm. So let me piece out Ulm super quickly. Might as well get some extra pocket change off them. And we're going to force them to change religion. Just because we can. If someday we do decide we want to be Defender of the Faith, at least we've got better odds of getting a better bonus. Oh, now we can start converting our Neapolitan cores, which is excelente. And we can finally peace out Toulouse. So, I suspect if we want to take all of it, that we're going to get some ridiculous amount of aggressive expansion. Look at the list. So, we would have... Effectively, everybody that already hates is already in there. Plus, almost the entirety of Central Europe. If I didn't take one of these provinces, it actually gives me a slightly higher aggressive expansion on average, because obviously Toulouse still exists. I know it's Betty Big Balls to do this. I'm tempted to just eat the whole thing. Because Ulm would be... Well, here's the thing. About a third of these guys would not be able to declare on me anyway, because they would have a peace treaty with us. by the time that they get out of it, they might not even have 50 aggressive expansion. It depends how aggressive we are against Austria. But I think we're at the point where this is fine. I think this is fine. Really, the next question is, do I want to give any of this to our vassal? I probably want to give our vassal this one, because it's in the same state. If I do this, then... yeah, realistically, I'm really not worried. The only thing that would be a little bit frustrating is if Brittany declared a coalition. Just because of the Holy Roman Emperor right now. But no, I think this is fine. What could possibly go wrong? Everything is fine. Let's get that all cord. We're going to want to move a stack in there. Probably a second stack as well. Okay, beautiful. So... Toulouse just lost all of its territory. We're in for a real long episode based on this, so I'm going to wrap things up now. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did, and hopefully you'll stick around for some more, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.